A 13-year-old daughter asked for a vibrator. What does that conversation look like? Or what are your thoughts around introducing?
Give it to her.
Yeah, for
Amen.
sure. It's birth control, and it's natural and it's normal. If I don't give it to you, you're gonna go find one of these nasty, dirty little boys and their dirty fingernails, and I just don't have time. Pleasure is peace.
Maybe not give her like, you know, the super duper strong vibration. We don't need a broken by the age 18.
I've taught you guys there's no broken.
Okay. You can't become desensitized.
What are you guys' biggest takeaways, tips, or advice to mothers?
Read our book.
Listen to your own mother intuition. Find your own voice and follow that.
Even the bad choices are important. You have to make the bad choices in order to learn. And your kids have to see you make bad choices. They start dating and they're like, no person is perfect, but my mother was perfect. These little boys turn into men and vice versa and start judging their partners because their mothers portrayed this image of perfection that is not real.
Y'all know I posted this video on Instagram because I was just so disturbed at what I heard because, you know, and this is the blame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna blame black men on this conversation here. They got to take responsibility for this shit here because they. Ooh, child. Y'all know I posted this video on Instagram because I was just so disturbed at what I heard because, you know, and this is the blame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna blame black men on this conversation here. They got to take responsibility for this shit here because ain't no motherfucking way in my household, especially, that I'm going to voluntarily give my daughter. Let me let y'all hear this shit first.
A 13-year-old daughter asked for a vibrator. What does that conversation look like? Or what are your thoughts around introducing?
Give it to her.
Yeah, for
Amen.
sure. It's birth control, and it's natural and it's normal. If I don't give it to you, you're gonna go find one of these nasty, dirty little boys and their dirty fingernails, and I just don't have time. Pleasure is peace.
Maybe not give her like, you know, super duper strong vibration. We don't need a broken by the age 18.
I've taught you guys there's no broken.
I posted this on Instagram because I was just utterly disturbed. You know, I'm a mother, so this shit bothered me. And I literally had women justifying that this was the right thing to do. I had one say, and she's a fucking actress and she follows me. It's a lot of blue checks that follow me, okay? Actor Jasmine Walker says, no, I agree with them, Tasha. She says, I gave one to my daughter because if we are truly honest with ourselves, once puberty hits, the hormones are out of control. If I can help her manage them by giving her a vibrator, then I can postpone her urges to find out what sex is like. I made the right choice for my child. There's 100 mothers in there that are saying like. They agree. I said, so you took the easy way out? And she goes, no. I just know what I would have wanted at 13. I said, oh, yeah.
You know, one day I feel like I'm gonna have to look in the mirror and like take accountability for my actions and realize that I am the toxic one. Maybe I am the problem. But not today, bitch, because it's never me. It is always the man, ladies. Remember that. We are never wrong.
Now, this is the matrix that we're living in, guys. Remember, I'm not the most famous YouTuber, but I am the one that's always giving you the news that the news doesn't show. And I'm giving you the news first. This is news to the black community. The black woman is giving her 13-year-old daughter a dildo in 2023. So the question is, has she always been doing this? I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, to my ladies in the chat, is this normal? Is this normal, your mom giving you a dildo? What is the black community going to say at the cookout? Can somebody talk to me in the chat? I'm tired of you guys just watching me. Talk to me in the chat. What is what is Big Mama gonna say at the cookout when you reveal the information that the black woman is giving dildos to the 13-year-old child? Because don't ask what the black man is gonna say. It's not Big Daddy's house, it's Big Mama's house. There's no fathers, there's no grandfathers in the black community. So what is Big Mama and what is Auntie Shirley and Big Shirley gonna say when they find out, or maybe they already knew, Did they already know, guys? Are we late to the party, black man? Talk to me in the chat. Are black men late to the party finding out about witchcraft, period, menstruation, blood in the spaghetti? Are black men late to the party finding out about the mother giving her 13-year-old daughter a dildo to fuck herself? Remember, I told you when I was 14, 15, my mom woke me up with all the receipts of the websites. She printed out the websites that I went to on my internet when I was younger. My mom woke me up out of my sleep to show me, oh, you were looking at this porno and how dare you, you're a pervert and all this shit. My mother shamed me for looking at porno, and I used my own hand. Imagine my mother or father say, oh son, I know you're gonna get here's some pocket pussy, here's a little pussy for you. Imagine a mother or father saying, well, I know you're 13, I know your little balls are dropping, we're gonna go ahead and give you a pocket pussy. Hey, have you ever heard about Pornhub.com? Let me go ahead and show you Pornhub. Is mom gonna give me a pocket pussy when she finds out I was looking at porno? I wish my mother would have woke me up with this fucking fuck me silly doll. Did you know my mom woke me up when I was about, I'll say 13, 14 years old, and she woke me up and shamed me because I went out and I looked at porno on the internet. I wonder, to this day, what my mother would do if she woke me up one day and she said, you know what, son? I know you're getting erections. It's a normal thing. Let me give you this fuck me silly doll.
That's suspicious.
Would it happen like that in a normal society for men? If it wouldn't happen like that for men, why is it happening for women? But more importantly, this is a question I have for you. Why did she blame the man? First of all, I told you that the father has not been in the house since 1970. This is why this shit bothers me so bad. This is why I made it my #1 priority. Because not only are you kicking us out the house and completely destroying the black community and destroying our relationships with our children, but you have the nerve to be disrespectful and blame it on us.
You know, and this is the blame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna blame black men on this conversation here. They got to take responsibility for this shit here.
How can you watch a video of a woman, a single mother, giving her daughter a dildo at 13 years old and blame it on the man? As if any black man in America, I don't give a damn if he's Pookie and Ray Ray. Let me say this. Even Pookie and Ray Ray wouldn't give his 12, 13-year-old biological daughter a dildo and a fucking rose toy to vibrate her pussy at 12, 13 years old. At 30 years old, even if the woman is 35 years old, no black man is going to say, yeah, I want my daughter to play with the sex toy. And this is why I tell you I'm giving you the news that the news doesn't show. The news is not going to show you that black women are gathering around and supporting giving dildos to 13-year-olds because it's natural. We don't want you dealing with boys. Listen to what she said. We don't want you dealing with boys. So go ahead, stick this dildo in your pussy and have that loose ass Arby's fucking pastrami sandwich, loose ass pussy hanging out your fucking drawers by the time you're fucking 15. And Tasha K, or whoever this woman's name is, she heard that. She heard a single mothers getting together and doing some demonic ass shit, and she said blame black fathers. Can somebody tell me why she said blame black fathers for mothers giving their daughters dildos? Mind you, even if the father's in the household, this was a conversation between the mother and the daughter. Daughter went to her mother. So even if you have the dad in the household, how could you blame him? But of course, the reason why she blamed black men is because we ran away from the household. Put a 7 in the chat if you understand why I'm on this mission that I'm on right now. Put 3 7s in the chat if you personally understand why I'm on this mission that I am right now. Tasha K is able to say this bullshit in the midst of all this evidence because, well, you ran away from the household, so don't hold women accountable. Women are the most educated. Think about it. They're going to use the same excuse with the same mouth. I'm the most educated. Black women are the most educated, but also we don't know what to do without black men. And if black men aren't there, we don't know that we shouldn't give our 12-year-old daughter a dildo. Listen closely. Are black women the most educated? I'm going to ask you a question because it cannot be both. By definition, both things cannot be true. Either black women are the most educated or they have no idea that it's wrong to give a dildo to a fucking child to stick in their pussy. Which one is
Y'all know I posted this video on Instagram because I was just so disturbed at what I heard because, you know, and this is the blame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna blame black men on this conversation here. They got to take responsibility for this shit here because ain't no motherfucking way in my household, especially, that I'm going to voluntarily give my daughter. Let me let y'all hear this shit first.
A 13-year-old daughter asked for a vibrator. What does that conversation look like? Or what are your thoughts around introducing?
Give it to her.
Yeah, for
Amen.
sure. It's birth control, and it's natural and it's normal. If I don't give it to you, you're going to go find one of these nasty, dirty little boys and their dirty fingernails, and I just don't have time. Pleasure is peace.
Maybe not give her, like, you know, super.
So I'm going to tell my 13-year-old, here, use this dildo on your pussy because I don't want a little boy to be fingering your pussy or whatever the case. How about you teach your little girl the sanctity of her womb? Talk to me in the chat. Do you see how these women, they have such a dystopian fucking mindset? She says, well, the only 2 options for my 13-year-old daughter, listen closely, the only 2 options for my 13-year-old daughter are let her get a dildo at 13 years old or let some little boy finger her and fuck her. How about you explain the sanctity of her womb?
You cold. He cold. She belongs to the streets.
How about you explain the sanctity of her womb to her? To where at 12, 13 years old, where she's old enough to understand, she says, oh, this is my prize and my possession. I'm not going to allow just some random nigga to stick his hands or stick his dick in my womb at 12, 13 years old. How about you do that? Oh, you can't do that without the father, can you? There's no way you can instill these values into the child without the father. And the United States government knows this. This is the worst part of this whole story, is that the United States government knows that mothers are giving their daughters dildos at 12 years old. And she blamed black men. Put it in the chat. Isn't it so easy? At this point, that's the easiest thing in the world. Just fuck it. Blame black men. Global warming. Blame black men. The BP oil spill. Blame black men. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the atomic bomb. Fuck it. All of it. Blame black men. But what happens when we take control? What happens when we try to take control? Because you said that you're blaming black men for this dildo thing. What happens when we try to take control? And when I say take control, I mean take control of this.
This is just too much. Only in Detroit. Only in Detroit would you see a lady walking up 6 miles, butt ass naked with 2 kids.
What the fuck?
what is going on here? This is not normal. This is not how things are supposed to function.